Get ready to take a cruise through the Windy City. See all the sights of the beautiful city of Chicago. Cruising is a great way to get the lay of the land, if you know what I mean. Now would be a great time to explore every nook and cranny of this teeming metropolis. Here's your chance to check out your vehicle and the environment to see exactly what you got. Now's your chance to check out the city of Chicago without pesky opponents or ticking timers. Where you want to go? What you gonna do? Get ready for the Dearborn Dash. Now this is where you'll be driving it right through the center of the city. If you want to win, you gotta time that bridge jump perfectly. You're heading north up Dearborn. Don't forget to wave when you go flying past the Flamingo. Now's your chance to check out the view from both sides of the river. It's time to get whacked on Whacker. If you want to win, don't dally in that alley. East is east and west is west. And if you can do both fast, you'll pass this test. If you make a wrong turn under the L, hey, don't be surprised to find yourself shopping. Tight turns will keep you on track. Keep the pedal to the metal and you just may have a chance. Keep your turns controlled and tight. If you hit those L-train supports, you'll do more than scrape your paint. Ever had the kind of day when no one's going your way? Well, get ready. You ain't seen nothing yet. The double-back blitz. If you can turn on a dime, you just might have a chance. The path you seek is right in front of you. So step on it already. Things are hopping down at the Lakefront this afternoon. Everybody's out enjoying that Chicago sunshine. Time for a little lapping on the shores of Lake Michigan. Pedestrians, beware. Do not be afraid to boldly go where no car has ever gone before. It's the only way to win, pal. Traffic around the lakefront is all tangled up. If you're heading out to Miggs, make sure you got plenty of time to catch your flight. The planetarium is tempting, but you've got a plane to catch, so step on it. You ask any proud son of the city of Chicago, and I bet you they could tell you 5 different ways to get to Navy Pier. All you gotta do is find the fastest one. All the action's down at Navy Pier today. Looks like the fleet is coming in. Well, the lakefront has happened tonight. Looks like everybody's going down to Navy Pier. Well, we're bouncing between ball fields. Now that's every true Chicago superfan's fantasy. If you time it just right, you may even get a tour of your favorite team's stomping grounds. For any true son of the city of Chicago, I tell you, this is the race to Mecca. From the home of the Cubs to the den of the Bears. Oh, you got it all. Give me a Polish sausage. I may just weep. This may be your one big chance to break into the big leagues. No Bears game today. Folks, you got nothing to do but drive. Well, Sammy and the rest of the crew are out of town. Wrigley Field won't be seeing any action today. Now, if you're heading out for a little holiday shopping this morning, good luck finding a parking spot. I hear it's slim pickings all over the north side. Now there comes a time in everybody's life when you discover it's not who you are on the inside, but how big your truck is. Words to live by, my friends. Hey, don't let the construction site distract you. You've got to get yourself uptown. You're going to hit all of the high points on this city tour, and Big John will be waiting for you at the finish line. From one tall tower to another. When you win, your head will be in the clouds. What are you going to do? Head off the expressway and straight into the action? Or take the long way home? A word of advice, once you whiz past China Gate, keep your eyes peeled for coppers. You know those scientists who say the closest distance between 2 places is a straight line? Yeah, well, I think they're lying. Are you ready to go streaking down State Street? Keep your pants on now. Mind your manners now. No pushing and shoving on the off-ramp. You'll all get your chance. Here's your chance to go blazing past a big old bunch of Beatles. Show 'em what you got. Get ready to be heading every which way but loose, my friend. Sometimes you have to sink to great depths to get what you want. Now that's pretty deep, folks. When you take that turn out of the tunnel, the cops will be on your tail in no time, so no sightseeing. Step on it. This race helps answer the question, how low can you go? The winner of this race has got to be ready to go low, and I ain't talking 6 feet under. Get set for the North River Run. All the action's in the North End and Navy Pier. Get ready to go racing through River North with a little nip by Navy Pier. River North. Let's see how nimbly you can navigate through this neighborhood. The police have set up a speed trap on the east side of Soldiers Field. Don't make it easy on them now, folks. Get ready to look your opponents straight in the old headlights. Hey, how fast can you hang a Yui? It's up to you. Are you going to be ready to turn with the tide? Get ready to confront your fears. And the Freightliners. Get ready to confront your fears. Not to mention the Freightliners. Here's a little advice. If you can sneak your way into Soldiers, you'll have a chance against Chicago's finest. What are you gonna do? Fly down a freeway first, or dive and dart your way downtown? Get ready for some exciting speed on the expressway and some daring dashes through downtown. You got a lot of choices to make. Are you gonna cut through the construction, or are you gonna take a sally through that back alley? Get ready to accelerate on the expressways. Are you going to meet your opponents coming or going? Night falls on a city of big shoulders, which means we should see a little relief from the heat. Time for a little nocturnal navigation. You're not afraid of the dark now, are you? Get ready to take a flight into the middle of the night. Make a beeline for the bridges, and you'll be buzzing in no time. Nothing like a couple of good bridge blasts to really send you into orbit. Get ready to beat those bridges. The way this race is run, you'll swear the bridges saw you coming. Watch yourself out there. Those bridges are slippery when wet. It is raining cats and dogs out there, and to make things worse, the bridges along the river are going haywire. It's a nasty night to be out, folks, so if you can, take my advice and stay home. It's time for a rainy round trip on both sides of the expressway. Should you be swimming upstream or down? Are you a salmon or a survivor? Don't be afraid to pummel the panos. It could propel you to victory. Do you run with the pack, or do you forge your own way on the expressway? You'll need all your experience behind the wheel to win this race. Give it all you've got. Be prepared to propel yourself around a perimeter of the city in this race and rack up some mileage through the middle. Which way should you go? Inside out or outside in? Only time will tell, my friend. As you're cruising through Grant Park, make an effort to break down the barriers that keep you from enjoying art and culture. You know, the good things in life. Hey, pal, you know those shortcuts and secret routes you've been finding? If you want to win this race, you're gonna need every one of them. Are you ready for a rough and tumble race? May the beefiest set of wheels win. If you can squeeze your way past your pesky opponents, you just may win this thing. Now, come on, suck in your gut and let's go. Choose the path not taken this time, and you could make it to the finish line first. Are you going to play follow the leader this time or forge your own route? You're going to need every trick in the book to win this one. Now get out there and make me and your mother proud. You've come a long way to get here, so what are you waiting for? Get moving. If you can win this one, you can write your own ticket. The sky's the limit. If you feel like you're running around in circles today, you're doing something right. Under the L tracks is where all the action is today, and a lot of drivers appear to be making some very sloppy turns. Well, it may be shady under the L, but the action on the street is hot, hot, hot. You'll be going every way but west on Wacker for this race, and you may even have time for a stroll in the park. Pedestrians down around Lakeshore are getting a real workout today. Looks like cars are actually driving through Grant Park. Now, I've heard of taking a shortcut to shave a little time off the old commute, but, oh, this is ridiculous. Get ready for some subterranean travel. Let's see just how low you need to go to win. From tight turns in a twisted tunnel to the wide-open spaces of the expressway, you've got your work cut out for you. Don't forget to cut your corners. Cutting corners is nothing to be ashamed of, especially when you go flying past the Flamingo. Downtown streets have been blocked off for some kind of crazy car rally. It looks like they'll be running laps around Daly Plaza. I wonder what City Hall's going to have to say about this. Get ready to do a downtown dance. But what are you doing? The twist or the hokey pokey? If you're flat out by the Flamingo, fortune may shine your way. You'll be tempted to flirt with the fishes. But you got a race to win, pal, so keep moving. Something tells me a visit to the aquarium could result in a major breakthrough today. Don't waste your time fumbling with the football. You've got to soldier on and win this race. Well, looks like we're in for another long one today, folks. If you flip it around a fountain just right, you should be able to cut a couple of seconds off your lap time. Get ready to wind your way through the South Side and Soldier Field today. We've got a circuit all set up with some tough turns and tight corners. I keep hearing reports that city workers are blocking off streets all over the South Side. They're apparently setting up for some kind of car race. What's this all about? If you know what's going on, give us a call down at the station. Get set to go sailing around the center of the city for this circuit race. Knowing when to cut corners could be the secret to your success. Sections of downtown on both sides of the river are being blocked off today. They're setting up for some kind of circuit race. What I want to know is, where do you sign up for this kind of thing? Hey, I want to play too. Where do they get the cars? Who in the heck is authorizing all this? Can we get somebody from the mayor's office here on the phone? Hey, I don't care what they say. Sometimes it's just quicker to take the stairs. As you navigate the north side, don't forget, you got two bridges to beat. Don't get tangled up as you twist through Old Town. You've got lots of open road ahead of you. The trek through Old Town may tie you up in knots, but the run along the river should be righteous. Keep in mind that the barriers are your buddies. Follow those orange and white arrows, and they'll take you right to the finish line. Hey, when it comes to loops, this race is a lollapalooza. Hey, get ready to accelerate on the expressway. When it comes to loops, it doesn't get any bigger than this. Hey, what's Volkswagen's latest motto? Drivers still wanted? I bet I know exactly what you're thinking. It's gonna bug ya until you beat 'em in the Beetle. You were busting some major moves in that Beetle. Almost like blasting down that Autobahn thing they got over there. Hey, based on what I saw, I don't anticipate VW changing its ad campaign from Drivers Wanted, because it sure don't look like they've found any yet. Seeing this kind of thing, I'd say my pals over at Volkswagen, they're gonna stick with the Drivers Wanted ad. The Volkswagen Beetle, hey, that's one cute little car. I mean, hey, it even looks good going slow. Oh, I love that Cadillac Eldorado. Smooth lines, powerful performance, even on stairs and sidewalks. That Cadillac Eldorado is a beautiful thing. That's not a car, baby. That's a ride. Hey, here's a question I gotta ask. Could you have driven that Caddy any worse? If you want to win, you're going to have to learn to move that pickup, pal. Pick up the pace next time. Come on, pick it up. Hey, I tell you, when they said that truck was built Ford tough, they weren't kidding around. That Ford F-350, now that's one truck that really knows how to kick out the jams. Hey, I gotta tell you, pal, you drive the Ford F-350 like that again, and I'll tell you what, somebody from Detroit will come looking for you. Now, you hate to see somebody do something like that to a perfectly good pickup. Oh, come on, it's a crying shame. Hey, you're getting there. You just gotta learn how to harness the horsepower. I had no idea that Mustang could make moves like that, especially on sidewalks. The new Ford Mustang, reborn to run all over Chicago. The new Ford Mustang, reborn to run, especially in Chicago. You take that beautiful car, that brand spanking new Ford Mustang, and you disgrace yourself, your family, and the car out there. Come on, what are you thinking, pal? Now, what happened here was a clear case of you trying to control a few more horses than you could handle, my friend. But you gotta get back up in that saddle again. Driving that cop car will only get you so far, pal. And you just crossed the line. Hey, you keep driving like that, you're gonna lose your siren privileges. Jeez, what's with these cops today? Driving fast, banging into stuff? Who do they think they are? Criminals? I gotta say, it's good to see Chicago's finest taking pride in their work. You drive a squad car like that, hey, you're gonna end up walking a beat, pal. Hey, with driving like that, you're gonna be handing in your badge and keys in no time. Now that Mustang Fastback is a classic, so was your performance. Hey, the Mustang Fastback deserves better than you gave it, pal. Show a little respect for a classic, huh? The Panos Roadster had a respectable outing. Nothing to be ashamed of. You gotta have a lot of muscle to drive a car like that. Oh, that was some ugly driving for such a cool-looking car. I gotta tell ya, I don't think I've ever seen a city bus make moves like that. Okay, you're getting there, but you're still a couple of cents short of exact change, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, tell your supervisor to put you on the express route next time. Now, that was the most efficient execution of an express route I've ever seen. To make it perfect, all you gotta do is pick up some passengers next time. I gotta say, pal, that as a city bus driver, you're usually required to stop at bus stops. You got some cranky people waiting at the curb. If everybody drove a bus like that, I'll tell you what, there'd be a lot more people using the L train. Now you are fully licensed to drive that 18-wheeler, aren't you? Of course you are. Now remember, kids, a Freightliner is not a toy. Treat it with respect. Hey, can I honk the horn? Hey, half of Chicago looks like a Freightliner came flying right through it. Whatever you do, be careful with that car. It's worth more than both of our lives put together. Now you're driving the car I'm gonna get when I trade in my house. Now be sure you use that thing for good and not for evil. Ah, what the heck, you can go either way. Now that's how you drive a Panos GTR1. Seeing you making moves like that in that Panos GTR1, I tell you, pal, I get all choked up. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta remember, pal, when you're driving a Panos GTR1, there are certain standards that apply. So come on, give it another try. Chicago's finest are out in full force today, so let's mind our P's and Q's out there. The cops, They're not just hanging out at the donut shops today, folks, so watch yourself. Chicago PD is taking an aggressive stance in their battle to keep maniac drivers off the road, so don't be surprised if you see some of them pretty red lights in the old rearview mirror. A word to the wise, you can't always trust that arrow. The question on the table today, folks, is how far can you really trust that crazy arrow? If you got something to say about this, give us a call down at the station. If I may, I'd like to leave you with one deep thought for the day. Don't follow the crowd, and you just may have a chance in this race. As somebody said so eloquently back in the 70s, go your own way. Make your own path. Don't follow the crowd. Driving into the station this morning, I realized that what George Carlin says is true. Anybody going slower than you is an idiot, and anyone going faster than you is a maniac. Climb in that car and buckle up. You've got work to do. Remember, kids, don't try this at home. Right now, let's get ready for several solid minutes of non-stop commercial-free racing. If you want to win, you're gonna have to forget everything your ma ever taught you about good manners. Be sure to fasten your seatbelt, check your mirrors, and make any last-minute changes to your will. Welcome to the city of Chicago. I gotta say, I'm rather fond of this town, so please, try to leave it where you found it. Welcome to Chicagoland, home of the most courteous and thoughtful drivers you'll ever run into. Oh, maybe I should rephrase that. Hey, a friendly word of advice. Don't forget to buckle up. Now remember, your automobile is not a toy. Just kidding. Final checkpoint. Come on, now get to the finish line, pal. Pal, now go for the finish. Hey, I gotta tell you, that was pretty cool. Frankly, I'm surprised the speedometer didn't go flying off the dashboard after that. Hey, I gotta tell you, pal, you rocked big time. All those cool cars going real fast, and you won. That was pretty twisted. Now that was a delight for both kids and adults. Hey, folks on the phone are telling me that you were setting new land speed records on a magnificent mile today. I gotta tell you, that was some great racing and a wild ride. As a spectator, I gotta tell you, it was unbelievable the way you dominated that race. I give that performance an enthusiastic thumbs up. That was the feel-good drive of the season. I can't get enough of a race like that. I laughed, I cried, I screamed for joy. If they gave Academy Awards for driving, pal, you would be a shoo-in for the Oscar. I love the way you used that gas pedal. Scientists now say that the desire for speed is instinctual for humans as well as cheetahs. Oh, that explains a lot. It was like you were on a mission from God or something. Nice driving. That was great. There was nobody in front of you. You've learned much, young one. Impressive. Most impressive. Wow, you really tore through that toddling town. Oh, that was great. You had a Polish sausage, and it just doesn't get any better than this. Tomorrow on Chicago Today, we'll be talking about how to get ahead and stay ahead in traffic. You might just want to tune in. Fenders are flying all over town today as a small group of speeders sneered at traffic laws at every turn. I don't know what they were thinking. Want to learn how to talk your way out of traffic tickets? You'll hear from the experts on the next Windy City weekend. That was close, but no cigar, pal. We've all been down that road before, huh? Now, I would have to call that a strictly middle-of-the-road performance. Hey, I don't want to beat around a bush, but I gotta tell you, pal, you were slow. Now I see what they mean when they say your mileage may vary. Believe me, seeing you do that at this point in time, it just brings a tear to my eye. You know, when you go and do something like that, it just goes to show you. You got potential. Now, that car has seen better days, and so have you. But don't give up. You and that car have both seen better days. But don't give up. Now, there's a great headline. Speeding driver hits all the checkpoints and still loses. So, things didn't go so well. Believe me, pal, we've all parked in that space before. Latest news off the wire says auto insurance rates are skyrocketing in the greater Chicagoland area. Now, what do you suppose is behind all that? Something important to keep in mind as you head out on the roads next time. The gas pedal is the one on the right. I gotta tell you, I hate it when this kind of thing happens. Here in Chicago, we don't like to see that kind of performance. I mean, come on, we got standards. To be fair, that wasn't totally worthless. I mean, you had a couple of nice moves. I gotta say, what a disappointing waste of talent. That was about as scintillating as watching the Home Shopping Channel. Come on, put a little meat into it next time, huh? The big question that pops up in my head is, why? Why did it have to happen like this? I gotta tell you, pal, when you fall off a horse, all you can do is get right back up in a saddle again. What do you say we call this one practice? Yeah, we'll go with the best 2 out of 3. You know, something like that. All I can say is, you don't see that too often. Hey, Grandma, if you want to make it to bingo next time, you've got to get in a fast lane. Hey, Slowpoke, if you want to make it to bingo next time, you've got to get in the fast lane. Now, I got to ask you, were you driving or parking? Hey, what took you so long? What in the heck took you so long? Hey, somebody get me a pizza. I've been starving waiting for you to finish. Vehicle damage penalty. Damage penalty. Damage penalty. Your race is done. Damage penalty. Time to hand over the keys. Damage penalty. Time for you to step away from the car. Damage penalty. You're done. Oh, your car is totaled. Game over. Game over. Your vehicle is trashed. This race is over, baby. If you're heading into town this morning, turn around. There have been some strange goings-on in traffic today. The whole town is tied up. Well, bad drivers have descended on downtown this morning. I tell you, there appears to be no end in sight. Run for your lives, people! Hey, if you think your commute was bad yesterday, you're in for something really special this morning. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day in the city of Chicago. It's high noon in the Windy City. Get ready to head downtown for a showdown. Hey, don't try to grab a bite while you're driving at lunchtime today, folks. You're gonna need to keep both hands on the wheel. Our eye in the sky tells me lunchtime traffic is about to take a turn for the worse. As the sun sets slowly on a city of big shoulders, commuters are scrambling for their cars. Last one on the expressway is a rotten egg. Sunset in a city of big shoulders. Even as the sun goes down, things are starting to heat up on the roadways. Nighttime is the right time. Let's get racing. The sun is set and a city comes alive. You don't want to kill anybody, so turn those headlights on. Night in a city that never sleeps, and neither do the drivers. It's a beautiful day for a drive, not a cloud in sight. Makes you want to put the top down. Take advantage of the clear weather while you can, folks. The sun is out, the streets are dry, and it may not last long. Another sunny day in a city of big shoulders. If you're heading out, don't forget your sunscreen. If you're going to work, well, you have my condolences. Better dig out those sunglasses if you're heading out today. There is just no relief from the heat. The Windy City is on a roll. Our third straight day of beautiful clear weather. Don't stay cooped up inside. Get outdoors and enjoy that sunshine. Finally, we're getting a little relief from the heat. Don't let those gray skies get you down. Get out of the house, get in your car, and go somewhere. The wind coming off the lake should chase those clouds away in no time. Today's weather calls for cloudy skies with a chance of partial clearing by late afternoon. The clouds are coming in from the east and they're going to give us a little break from the heat. Nothing like a little snow to put a special shine on the old trek across town. Well, the snow is falling throughout the Chicagoland area today, so things may get a little slippery out there. There's a biting wind blowing in off the lake and the snow is starting to accumulate all over the north side. If you're heading into town, stick to the streets where there's hope for a little traction. The snowflakes are falling, and it's a regular winter wonderland out there, folks, so bundle up if you're heading out. Road surfaces all over the city are getting slicker as the snow continues to come down. Oh, it's raining cats and dogs out there, folks, so drive defensively. It is coming down in buckets all over town. If you're driving, get ready for a wet and wild ride. The tide is rising in the Windy City. I haven't seen a storm like this since the Bulls won their first title in '91. If you're heading out, don't forget your umbrella. The rain is showing no signs of letting up as it continues to pour buckets on a city of big shoulders. Hey, don't forget your umbrella. I'm hearing reports of animals gathering 2 by 2 at Navy Pier, all lined up in front of some giant ark. What's that all about?